resources. I have resources,
Mm-hmm.
but you're a competent thinking person.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you're going to act on that. There's either two things. You're going to act on it and kill me, or B, you're going to be like, okay, let me like not do that because we can survive
Together.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, there's just something in your brain that just says, I shouldn't do this thing. Like, there's a thing that says good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Depending on the rules of the society you were raised in. We have this higher brain function that you know, stops us from acting on our impulses, our instincts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And if you are mentally stable, you don't act on those shits.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, I can't say it easier than that. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard that statement in my life.
No,
a
that is
mentally
wild.
stable person will break into someone's house.
No.
That's a wild statement.
That's not how that works.
That's a
then that
wild
means you're not stable. If you're willing
That's a wild
if
statement.
you're willing to risk your life to break into somebody's house and not knowing what the outcome will be,
that's a mentally
unstable person. Because especially in the state of Florida, almost everybody has guns.
Right.
Why would I break into my neighbor's house knowing that I
Right.
might get shot, or I might encounter a dog, or I'm putting my life at risk. That means I don't care. That means I'm not there. What did Samantha say?
I think he's responding to Samantha.
What did Samantha say?
Samantha says, Jimmy, a little unstable if you don't see it. Jimmy responds, so my difference in opinion makes me mentally unstable because I have a complete difference in opinion. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like I said, for me, I would say do some research on every serial killer in the United States. Even Jack the Ripper, if you want, the one that they never caught in England. And I guarantee you, they're going to literally tell you not only what happened to them in their childhood, but what led them to become who they are today. And I guarantee you the entire autobiography that you're going to read on all of them, they're not mentally stable. People don't just do things because of an opposing opinion. They put in their mind, I'm ready to give up my own life in order to do what I need to do to get where I need to get, regardless of what it is.
Right.
We're not saying, personally, my brother and I aren't saying you're unstable because of your opinion.
Yeah. Your opinion is your opinion.
Yeah, your opinion is your opinion. We just I've never heard that statement said because everybody that I know that's unstable is unstable for a reason. Like, we've seen unstable people and they're never in the right mind to do the right thing. Right. I've known associates that would leave work, not naming any names, leave work. Remember, I used to work at the store across where the crackheads and the PDF files used to live. Went across the street. He wasn't there. Bought drugs. Came back even worse. Smoke knows who I'm talking about, but came back even worse because he bought some unknown drugs from people across the street, from crackheads. And it's like, no one's in the right mind to even go across there and do that. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you know who lives over there. So it's like, nah, man. Yeah. So that's just different. Go ahead.
Jimmy says, and there's things we can do now to stop and decrease gun violence. That's my stance. No, I agree with you.
No,
There's
yeah.
things we can do to,
Yeah, we agree with you. Like I said, add the mental health
screening.
The screening. Like, okay,
doesn't have to be no psych eval, but
sit down behind the computer and be like, all right,
Rorschach test. And
did you ever feel like going into a school or anything like that? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we're just saying add extra measures than just a 3-day background check, because a lot of people in this country have clean records, but they're not mentally there. Right. You get what I'm saying? So anybody can grab a gun and do whatever with it. You get what I'm saying? So we agree with you, Jimmy, on that. It's just that we think
our approach to it is different.
Yeah, and I think they just need to put more layers in. Or yes, let's say I do want a handgun and it's going to be more difficult for me to get, but I'd rather them do that. Just like passports. They won't let anybody with a criminal record or anything like that leave the country.
Let me say this, Jimmy. Yeah. Ultimately, the enemy of both of our stances is essentially money. You know what I'm saying? So until you could stop the flow or the influence of money in firearms politics and all that,
it's not going to end.
It's never going to end.
And even if they speak about it, you look at their records, NRA is one of their donors. Right. They will speak against it, but then ask them for money. And that's what keeps the flow of guns going. And I guarantee you with this, what just happened yesterday, people are going to go buy more guns, more bullets, more ARs, more all that. It's like,
that's more money.
That's more money.
Sell them rhetoric, divide them, scare them, fearmonger, make them go buy more guns.
Because look how you said that on your portion they're trying to blame black people, but we didn't get that. We got something else. So now it's like, now that you said that, we're spreading the story of the
right.
of
but
the
now that spreads.
Now that spreads.
You see what I'm saying?
Because that's what they're saying on your end, but that's not what they're saying on our end. So if we were the ones to like go out and start talking about it to our associates and people that we know, then we would spread it about that. On some people's end, they're saying, oh, he was a racist. On some other people's end, they're saying he was this, they're saying he was that. So it's like it's a divide, and that's why I said this country is more divided than anything else than it ever was since the early 2000s. It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, man.
CC says Jack the Ripper came from an abusive childhood and a mother who sold herself to provide and wasn't present. Jimmy says stable or unstable people kill people all the time. I don't have to be a serial killer. No one knows who Jack the Ripper is, Catherine. Yes, they do. With the advancement of technology and crime development, they have found more. When investigating over time, anyone who is psychologically messed up, unstable, has a brain that is so twisted, they know how to work the system. Jimmy says, when you get your gun, the person handing your gun should say this weapon bullet has been ballistically tested, and if you fire this weapon, it will track back to you simply. That's all I'm saying. It will no doubt help police officers get those unstable people who didn't get caught off the streets.
That's one solution, but the whole solution is to avoid the dying part. Or the potential dying part. The potential dying. Yeah, the potentiality or the execution of.
If you could prevent the dying.
The prevention part. So if we could.
The unaliving.
So we need to have a conversation of the prevention, not to talk about it, because that's not that it does.
With all this Big Brother that we have, like
it doesn't go anywhere.
It's amazing how, I don't know, but there you go. Then that just gets into your rights. You feel me? You know. So.
Yeah. Dictatorship.
And we march slowly towards what? You know?
Dictatorship.
You know?
Yep.
Spooky action. Samantha says, Jimmy, if you have ever thought about killing unaliving another person, you're not effing stable, my dude. Jimmy says, to say someone who is mentally unstable shouldn't own a gun is crazy to me.
That's a crazy statement.
I'm gonna leave that.
Yeah.
With you, bro. I'm not gonna touch that.
Yeah. Because that's another conversation.
No, it's not crazy people who are unstable shouldn't own guns. Yeah, Smoke said that's a crazy statement. I'm not even touching that, bro. I'm not even touching that. Jimmy says mass shooting is hard to solve, Jeff, but there's more than mass shootings in America. Most mass shootings are in the street and nobody's talking. Talking and the killer roams free.
What did he say?
Mass shootings are hard to solve, Jeff, but there's more than mass shootings in America. Most mass shootings are in the streets, like street shootings. And
right. No, I got you.
Well, even like here in Florida now, like if you fire on a crowd, even if it's like a drive-by, they deem it a mass shooting.
Yeah.
They immediately charge you as like a mass shooter.
Because it's no care for...
Yeah, no regard for
human life.
Right. They immediately...
Because you're just spraying it anywhere.
Yeah. So
not knowing what.
Yeah, those are now considered mass shootings.
Yeah.
Smoke says, I can tell Jimmy trying to piss me off. You what? That's rage bait, dog.
Oh, man.
Nah, I got to, man. That's crazy work. Crazy work. That's borderline rage bait, bro. Nah, man. That's rage bait.
Nah, I got you, bro. Man. I got you.
SMH. Unstable people don't mean they kill people because they're unstable. Mentally unstable people that go to the gun range all the time and it helps them. There's mentally unstable people that do boxing to help them. Just because they're mentally unstable don't mean they're automatically killers. Man.
Some, not all.
Some, not all.
We're not saying all. It's not a monolith, Jimmy. We're not putting unstable people in a monolith. We're just saying unstable people that commit certain crimes. We're saying people that commit certain crimes are unstable. We're not putting every unstable person in a monolith because everybody has a different way of dealing with their mental health. So some people go to therapy. Some people have to go to a psychiatric ward if it gets worse. But if you're like an extremist in politics, then of course you're gonna take that to a different level. You get what I'm saying? But we're not putting unstable people in a monolith. We're saying people that choose to do violence against others are unstable. That's it. What did Samantha say?
Samantha says, this is crazy. Hello, I'll touch it, Jimmy. Are you okay? Jimmy says exactly some, not all.
Yeah, exactly. We never said it was we never put everybody in a monolith. We're saying if you choose to do something like you said, breaking into somebody's house, that's unstable. All murderers that choose to murder, that's unstable. You get what I'm saying?
Snot says unstable does not equate inherently dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
Yep. Thank you, Snot.
Thank you, Snot. Snot simplified it. Not simplified it. Jimmy says mentally unstable people could mean you have high emotions one day or high stress for 1 hour, 1 second. There's people that get guns and become unstable. I don't understand what you're talking about. People on the stream right now are unstable with my opinions. What do you mean to say is unstable and violent? There you go. Thank you, Snot. Damn, Snot. Look at that. 10 words or less.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? There you go. What you mean to say is unstable and violent.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know?
Yep.